All right, so Robert, playing with Team USA, how exciting was it when you found out that you were going to get that opportunity?
It was very exciting. Coach Van Horn let me know right before our regional. He let me and Jackson know, and I was actually I didn't make the 18U team they had in high school, so to order to make the national team in college is kind of a big deal for me personally, and just be able to represent the country and meet players from all across the country, where we play against each other all year long, and getting to befriend certain people and get to befriend different players from the SEC and players from Tennessee and Florida and all over teams we play, and just bond over certain things. Getting to meet Coach Avent and just see what he's all about, and talk about our super regional against each other. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, what's that been like working with Coach Avant, actually?
He's awesome. He's awesome. He kind of reminds me a lot of Bobby Warnes a little bit.
Huh.
He just brings energy every single day. He's a different character. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you have Jackson Wiggins, like you mentioned, out there with you. What's that been like for you to go through this process together?
We're actually roommates down here,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about it the other day. At school, the hitters have their practice, the pitchers have their practice. We don't really get to, I guess, hang out a whole
Yeah.
lot. So it's been cool to get to know Jackson a lot more, and room with him and see a different side of him off the field.
Well, this is an interesting year for, I guess, pretty much a lot of people. But the Team USA, you guys are only pretty much playing each other back and forth.
Mhm.
Are you? Is that disappointing that you don't get to play a lot of other teams or anything, or what's that been like?
I love it. I think it's
Yeah.
been awesome. Yeah, it'd be cool to go play Cuba and go play Japan and travel across the country, but we're kind of worn out a little bit. So it is nice to stay a little local and just play each other, because the competition, truthfully, it's not going to be much better if we went and played Japan or Cuba. I
Yeah.
mean, playing each other is pretty good too. So, yeah, it's more a controlled setting. We can eat better, we can lift better, we can practice better. But yeah, there's pros and cons, but I love the schedule we have playing.
Do you think that you're making progress in any areas while you're out there right now?
Oh yeah, I'm working with Troy to Whiskey every day. At infield and learning different positions. Just first step stuff I never really even thought about. That would just make me a better infielder, get better reads on balls, and throw from different arm slots. I talked with Landon Sims a little bit, and he's obviously the closer for Mississippi State. And I was asking him, like, how do you get your ball to rise like that? And he told me he used these clean fuego balls, which is like this pitching drill they do, and he learned how to create perfect backspin on his balls. So like I want to apply that to my game. So when I throw from the infield, my balls take off a little bit better. So just learning a little bit from everyone, talking with Jacob Gonzalez and Dylan Cruz, and who are obviously at Ole Miss and LSU, and they have a really good two strike approach. And knowing Dylan from high school, he's cut his strikeouts down almost in half. So I'm asking Dylan, what are you doing with two strikes to do such things? So just learning from everyone. You know, Everyone's got something that really works for them, and I'm just trying to pick something up.
That's really cool. I didn't know about that. That's
Hmm.
neat that you guys are all kind of helping each other out.
Yeah.
DVH, I saw got to go to one of your games. Did you know that he was going to be
Hmm.
there?
He during my exit meeting, he actually let me know he was going to come see us this summer. So that was really cool. He asked me about a week before for maybe some tickets in Johnson City, and yeah, so him and Miss Van Horn showed up, and it's really cool to see him, especially like outside of a I guess an Arkansas setting. Um, it's a lot more relaxed. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it's good to see Coach.
What's it like playing outside of that Arkansas setting and not having all of the fans at Bomb behind you?
These little towns are awesome. We
Yeah.
played at a place called Elizabethton the other day in Tennessee, and they said it was like the smallest um, town in the country that had a minor league team at some point. And so like these little towns show up to these old stadiums and they pack it. Yeah, it's only like 1,000, 2,000 people, but little baseball towns are, it's so awesome, and it's an experience and an atmosphere unlike anything else. I really can't compare it unless you've been to it. But it kind of reminds me a lot of the Northwoods last year, just these little baseball towns that just people just love baseball there. And they want you to sign everything they have, and they don't have a whole lot of like memorabilia, so it's like a piece of paper or some like rusty old baseball. But yeah, it's really cool.
Well, looking back at the season that you guys had at Arkansas, just how proud are you of what you and the team were able to accomplish?
We were whenever you lose, everyone wants to point the finger and say, if we just had this guy bought in, or we just had this guy bought in, or whatever. We were as good as we possibly could have been, and we created a team-like atmosphere I'd have never been a part of. I probably never will be a part of again, unless we recreate it this next year. But Coach Hobbs said it a couple times in pitchers meetings. You will try to find this team feeling the rest of your lives. People bring in motivational speakers. They bring in all kinds of organizations to try to create what we have. And we had a team, and we found different ways to win. We love showing up to the ballpark every day, and you know, we didn't win, which everyone wants to value our success on if we go to Omaha or not. But we created our own success because we did the hardest thing a team could do, is that's become a team. So I'm very proud of what we accomplished. I think that says a lot about Coach Van Horn and our coaching staff and the players that we have in the locker room. And good luck to all the players tonight, incoming Arkansas kids and recruits. Peyton Stovall and Max Muncy and all these kids, and I hope the best thing works out for them. But um, nothing like the team-like atmosphere we created this year, and I hope everyone can be a part of it.
A big part of that team was Kevin Kopps, and we're gonna find out in the next couple days if he wins the Golden Spikes. Do you think that
Hmm.
he should?
I voted for him enough, so he better. Um, yeah, yeah, all those players. I think it's Kumar, Leiter, and him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Those guys will win enough awards. They got to give the Golden Spikes to Kevin right here.
I mean, how crucial was he to not just obviously in the games, but in the dugout and during practices? What was he like?
Kevin was special to us before he was special to everyone on the field. So I think when I first got here last spring, the spring of 2020, it was just me and him in our Bible study. And then since then, it grew to about 15, 16 guys. We've had a couple of spiritual decisions, a couple of kids, overcome some barriers in their life. And I think that's all because of the leadership of Kevin in our locker room. So, there's a lot of stuff going on that I don't think you guys see all the time. But, when we say how much Kevin means to us, it's deeper than how we can describe it.